welcome back to Untrained Experts. It's episode number 2. What's up, man?
What's up?
Not much, dude. Just chilling.
What you got going on?
Man, not much, dude. I've been fighting with these microphones all day.
Finally got them set up right?
Yeah, trying to get this shit working. Apparently, the other day when we recorded episode number 1, if anybody's listened to that yet, one of the mics, you can tell, sounds like he's sitting across the room because only one mic was picking up audio, and that was my mic from across the room. So
we thought it was working the whole time.
Yeah, I didn't even know until last night, man. I started messing with the mics, trying to figure out why yours wasn't loud enough, and I decided to mute my mic so I could just isolate yours, and it went dead silent on me.
Wow.
Yeah. So
apparently mics are a lot of trouble, but we're trying to figure this stuff out and get it going.
I watched some YouTube videos and did a little research, and I think I finally got it. Hopefully this will sound alright.
Yeah, we just listened back to it. It seemed like my voice was a lot louder and clearer, so it should sound a lot better.
Yeah.
So, man, have you heard of that movie, Us?
I saw a preview for it the other day.
Yeah. You know who Jordan Peele is,
yeah, I was going to say it's directed by Jordan Peele.
Yeah, he's the one who did that Get Out movie.
Yeah.
Get Out movie was insane.
I remember him from Key and Peele.
Yeah, they're hilarious. They had the funniest type of comedy to me.
Yeah, I like it.
It was so awkward, but like it was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's crazy that he's doing like thriller and like scary movies now, but this movie is like it's supposed to be really trippy. Like it starts off with like a family, I guess, or a couple or something like that. But like these people come in like these red jumpsuits, and like apparently it's like the movie is kind of like these people come and they're your doppelgangers, and they look just like you, and they're trying to kill you.
Take over
your life.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
And so it's almost like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like AI or something that got created, and they're just coming to wipe out the human race, and they're all going to take their spots.
Oh wow, that's
as
crazy.
All their doppelgangers. Like I don't know what it's going to end up being, but I'm going to see that tonight, bro. It's supposed to be a pretty dope movie. So.
Man, that's gonna be cool. Yeah. Let me know how that is. You might have to watch it.
I will, probably, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I did see a commercial for it the other day because I think that's the one in the trailer. It starts off with the song "I Got 5" on it, but it's like they've slowed it down and made it sound like a horror song.
Yeah, it sounds scary. Yeah, it's got like some super good production on his movies. Like he's doing super good. Yeah, but like we were looking at the show times, and like you can tell it's like a huge movie. Yeah. Like there's like 30 show times today. Dang. It's like it plays like once every hour or something.
That's crazy.
Like it plays at 7, 7:38. Like. That's some crazy show times.
Yeah, the last movie did good too. Get Out. I think.
Well, that's one reason. It's like it did so good, so everybody knows it's about to be like a blockbuster.
Yeah, that's what's up, dude.
Yeah, hoping that's pretty good.
Sounds like it will be. I mean,
well, the thing is, I'm trying to go to an earlier show time so we can watch those fights tonight. I'm trying to watch those fights tonight too.
ESPN Plus.
Yeah. I want to watch those.
Are you watching that stuff in the theater while you're watching the movie?
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna have it like on silent, just trying to watch and see what's going on.
I just rewatched a few of the ones from the other night just to touch up and see what I didn't get to see while we were at work.
I'm so ready for that fight tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Wonder Boy, Pettis.
I know where Pettis is.
Pettis he seems pretty confident. Do you follow him on Instagram?
I just started like the other day. Like I haven't really seen much of what he's posted. But
bro, he seems pretty confident. Like, I mean, he shows him videos of him training. His wife's like helping him out and stuff, and it seems like he's ready to go. But I think that's him with every fight, bro. Like, he always goes in there confident. He's gonna go in there and probably break his hand or something crazy. He don't care. I
saw some pictures of him shredded. Like,
oh my god, yeah, he looks stout.
He better bring his A game though.
What do you think about that fight?
I don't know, man. I don't really know what to think. Wonder Boy's he's so weird. Like he's so awkward. His movements, his stance.
If you just watch his highlights, he's insane. Like some of his kicks. Like I watched a highlight clip last night, and one of the kicks hit a guy just like barely. It looked like it barely hit him in the top of the head, and then all of a sudden the guy like hesitates for like half a second, and then just falls back, and it's gone. And I'm just like, what? Did he just like touch him with death?
his striking is next level, man.
I don't understand his movement. Like
he does some crazy stuff.
Yeah,
he's a high level kickboxer too.
Yeah.
I mean, Pettis is crazy though. He's tough, you know. Like when
he moves around. He moves around weird too. He can do weird stuff, and he's very aggressive. So
fun to watch.
Yeah,
like, that'll be one that's
super good fight.
Yeah, I think even if Pettis is losing, he's gonna make it a fun fight, regardless. You know,
completely.
he's not gonna,
he's
there.
Entertaining.
He wants to make it entertaining for the fans and everything.
Yeah, jumping off the fence. I mean, he's the crazy guy.
Yeah, he's always got that, show off.
Showtime.
Yeah, show off for
he's
everybody.
got it,
Yeah, he's fun to watch though.
Yeah, I think, man, I don't know. If I'm betting on it, I'd have to pick Wonder Boy.
Yeah, it's hard to bet against Wonder Boy.
It's almost impossible,
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's at that place where he's not beating the Woodley and
Usman's, but it's like Usman. I'd like to see them fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd like to see that because he's such an awkward. He has such an awkward movement. I listened to.
I think he's the type that could be just as trick out Usman just as much as he tricked out Woodley.
Yeah, I listened to Rogan and Usman the other night at work, and Rogan said something about Wonder Boy having awkward movements and stuff like that, and how Tyron's fights were kind of boring because he had to fight him that way. Yeah. And Usman's like, yeah, but just wait till I do it and make it look easy.
And he did.
He's confident, or he was talking about Wonder Boy. Oh, he's like, wait till I do it and make it look easy.
Oh, snap. And I'd love to see them fight.
Yeah, that'd be
I'm ready to see what's next for Usman. I don't know I wonder who they're going to give him.
He's supposed to be having Colby.
Colby?
Colby's supposed to be getting a title shot.
Well, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I think they're shooting for July maybe.
I'm not sure. He's right now. Usman has a broken foot and something else. He just went and had surgery on something the other day, maybe his knee or something. And he's got a broken foot. He's got to heal that up first.
He said on Rogan he's had 5 knee surgeries.
5 knee surgeries.
2 on each, and then a meniscus on one of them or something. That's insane. He said he's barely able to walk sometimes, but whenever he just flips the switch to go in fight mode, he's a Nigerian nightmare, and all of a sudden he's just what, do you feel no pain? I don't understand, bro.
Walks down his stairs backwards because it's less pressure on his knees. I was like, what?
Savage. I don't understand.
He said he spent a whole summer.
Bro, he looked like there had absolutely nothing wrong with him. And in that fight against Woodley, he had a hernia.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. That's what he had surgery on.
He had a hernia and a
broken foot. He went into it with a broken foot. Yeah, he had a broken foot 5 weeks before. Or something like that. And no, the hernia was 5 weeks before. He broke his foot in the last training session.
That is wild. I got so much respect for Usman, bro.
He's a tough dude.
He is insane.
Once you listen to that podcast and listen to kind of his story and where he came from and stuff.
His story's insane, bro.
He kind of came from not really having anything.
Well, yeah, and him and John Jones in college together. Yeah. They're both we're never going to fight. What? This is crazy. Now they're literally, 2 of the best fighters in the UFC.
He lived with Rashad Evans.
Yeah, he's undefeated. Jones is basically undefeated.
Mm-hmm. I think he has 1 loss. I think Usman has 1 loss. It was one of his first fights.
Really?
He has 1 loss.
He did
talked
say
about
that
guy choking him out.
Yeah, because he didn't know anything about jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he didn't.
And then
tap.
after that, he was like, "I'm never losing again."
Yeah, he wanted jiu-jitsu. He said he didn't have any money, and he didn't want to. He didn't want to tap, but. They told him before the fight, if you get choked out, you're suspended for 6 months. And he's like, well, I can't work. I can't not work for 6 months.
Yeah,
so I'm not. Money. I got to tap. So I
got to tap so they don't suspend me.
Yeah, but it's a cool story. It's cool to hear. I always like those podcasts when Rogan brings on somebody
it's a
like
comeback
that.
Story kind of.
Yeah, then you get to hear about how they got into MMA, their life story, and all that kind of stuff. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Especially when it's somebody who's fairly new that we don't know a ton about.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool to hear.
Who else do we have on that card tonight?
Curtis Blades and Justin Willis.
Dude, I'm super excited. I love Curtis Blades.
Yeah, dude. He's fun. He's fun to watch.
Who has he lost to? So,
his only 2 losses are Francis.
Francis, yeah.
Both fights are Francis. That's his only 2 losses.
Right now, to me, bro, Francis is the baddest dude in the heavyweight division. With the way Francis looks right now, I don't know who beats him.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Man, I don't know. Stipe got it done, but Stipe did it in a technical sense. He just avoided the really big shots.
Yeah.
He even took some of them and was able to keep going.
I so bad just want to see Francis DC, right now, you know?
That'd be fun to watch. Honestly, I like Stipe, and I think he deserves a title shot. I think he deserves that back.
I think he deserves a rematch.
Yeah, at this point, it's been so long
now. How can you choose,
Yeah. But I think the way DC's looking at it is...
But also, part of me thinks that you should let Stipe and Ngannou go at it again.
Yeah.
And if Stipe can come through that fight,
yeah,
like he did just fine the first time, maybe give him a heavyweight shot again.
Give Ngannou another shot at getting through Stipe.
Exactly.
Stipe, I understand.
If he can't do that, he doesn't really need to be up there with DC again because DC's just going to dominate.
Yeah, I understand where DC's coming from since he only wants to fight a couple more times. He wants to get paid. He's trying to go for the big payday.
Yeah.
In his next couple fights, so he doesn't really want to fight.
Yeah, he's trying to retire. That's what sucks. I want to see. I wish I could. We could see DC go hard for a long time, but it's his time to get out.
Yeah, he's up there in age now. He's over 40 now, I believe.
Yeah, he's ready to get out.
Yeah, and with Justin Willis, he's got a decision victory over Mark Hunt and a decision victory over Chase Sherman, and he knocked out Alan Crowder. Those are like his 3 biggest accomplishments on his record right now.
That's not bad. Those are some big names.
Yeah, those are some big guys.
Like Mark Hunt's, he's at that point in his career where it's like he's not unbeatable.
Yeah,
he used to be a savage, and very dominant, but he doesn't win every fight now. He's kind of like a cowboy. He's gonna win some, he's gonna lose some. Willis
is like 8-1. He's got like 4 finishes and 4 decisions, I think.
That's not bad.
But he hasn't lost since like 2014. Like his first fight in the UFC was a loss.
Really?
And he's won every fight since.
Wow.
So
so this might be a good fight, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Well, we'll see how good Curtis Blades really is.
Yeah, Willis is a big dude. He's like 265. Like he's the
Blades is like what, 240?
Yeah, something maybe even a little bit less. I mean, he's something like that.
He's pretty high.
Yeah, he's pretty tall. I think.
He's pretty high up there.
Willis is like 6'1", 265. So he's like at the limit for heavyweight.
Big old boy.
I don't know if he has the cut to get to 265.
Probably.
But he's a big dude.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
That'll be a good fight.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty good, I think.
I'm super excited to watch those.
Interesting to see what Blades can do. I mean, he's proved to be pretty high level in the past. So,
what do you think about this whole ESPN Plus thing? What do you think about the pay-per-views?
Man,
switching over. I don't know how I feel about it really because they're not really giving a discount for these pay-per-views.
No,
are they?
They should be.
I don't think they've said that they are. Or
I haven't seen anything saying that they were.
Like all I've seen is you have to have ESPN Plus. You have to spend, how much is ESPN Plus?
$5, $4.99, I think.
I mean, that's not very much money a month. I mean, that's cheap,
yeah.
for what you're getting, but at the same time, it's like
you get a lot for what you're paying.
Yeah.
But then you also have to pay for the pay-per-views on top of that, Yeah, if it was if they did $10 a month and then all the pay-per-views were included. Or something like that.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, or $20 a month, and you get every pay-per-view event for free. You know what I mean, or something like that.
That would be understandable.
Yeah, that's not
because they're going to get more subscriptions throughout the year. Based.
Yeah,
it would have to be like
I think they would end up making more money throughout the year.
Yeah, it would have to be a contract thing because otherwise people are just going to sign up right when they want the pay-per-view and just pay for it for a month, and then if they don't want to see that pay-per-view, they'll wait.
Yeah, it would have to be like you just pay an annual. You know what I mean? Like $120 and you get it for a year. All the pay-per-views. That makes sense to me. I think that would be a good model. But
I think so.
The way it is now, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's a lot of people. If you're making people pay $70, $75 for a pay-per-view on top of them already paying $5 a month for ESPN Plus. I don't know how fair that is really, but especially if they're only especially if the only reason they got ESPN Plus, they don't care about any other sport but UFC. How's that fair?
Yeah,
don't really agree with that. But if they can make a deal or make something happen, I think it would work out better.
Yeah, I think what they should have done is leave the pay-per-view model the way it was with whoever they had pay-per-views through or whatever. Keep it like that, and then offer ESPN Plus subscribers a discount on the pay-per-view. So that is incentive for other fans to subscribe to ESPN Plus so that they can get the discount on the pay-per-views and get to see the ESPN Plus fights. And the people who don't want to do that, who don't care about paying for the pay-per-views, still pay what they've been paying.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Either way, everybody's getting their money.
Yeah, you're drawing more subscribers to ESPN Plus so you get more, people paying $5 a month. Once they get in there and see what they actually get, it's well worth $5 a month. Most people probably just don't realize that.
Exactly.
Once you
and I like having the fight nights. I mean, I like having these. There's a lot of good fights that we've been able to watch.
Look at the type of fights we're getting on there.
Yeah, I mean tonight that could be a main card pay-per-view.
Yeah, Till Masvidal, that was on there. I mean,
exactly.
That was a pretty good card.
Speaking of Till Masvidal, man, that whole backstage thing.
Yeah.
Masvidal cracking
Leon Edwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was wild. Which, I mean, it's understandable. Like, to me, a lot of people were yelling out assault, like, you should press charges and all this stuff, but it's two fighters. That's totally different, bro. It's literally like two NFL players going head up or something. You know what I mean? It's not like he assaulted an innocent person or a weak person.
Yeah.
He hit another UFC fighter, and that guy was fine.
If you know about Masvidal, you know where he comes from, or kind of some of his backstory. You know, he was
backyard fights, man.
Yeah, back when Kimbo Slice, he was in those.
He was a savage.
He's in some of those videos back then.
I've seen videos of him just bloodied up, but just going off on dudes, he's not to be messed with. Yeah,
he comes from that background where if you confront him, he's ready to fight. Like he expects you to fight.
Well, the thing is, he said, he did an interview and said that he had his hands behind his back.
Oh, yeah.
But it wasn't because, to me, sometimes if you see something like that, it's like somebody's hiding their hands so they can come swing at you. So maybe Leon Edwards might have took it that way.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure because, to some people that might be a threat.
Yeah.
But what he was saying is I had my hands behind my back because I wasn't trying to swing on him, but he put his hands up like that. And to me, that was like him trying to trying to go at it. So I swung on him.
Let me hit you before you hit me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was...
Can't blame him.
I don't think they're really going to get in trouble for that. I mean...
No, they're going to be straight.
Yeah.
No, they're already trying to get... Masvidal is about to go on Rogan, I think, this week.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Rogan announced that on one of his latest podcasts. Masvidal is coming on.
That'd be cool.
And, they're about to give him that, I think they're about to give him that Ben Askren fight, man.
Yeah, you think?
Oh, yeah. I really think that's the next thing for
Ben Askren. That's what I was wondering. I'm wondering what's next for him because...
Masvidal is one of those brawlers, kind of like Robbie. You know what I mean?
They could do a lot. I mean, I know Ben's kind of pushing for that fight.
Yeah.
Or was, kind
of... I want to see it.
Running his mouth a little bit, trying to get some interest.
After what Masvidal did to Till, bro.
Yeah.
I want to see Ben Askren go at it.
That'll be fun. I think...
I'm ready to see what Ben Askren, what he can really do. That first fight was weird.
Yeah.
So
I think Masvidal Woodley would be fun.
Masvidal Woodley would be a good fight.
That'd be, Masvidal's working his way back towards the top.
Well, that's the thing. We'll have to see what happens if he fights Askren because I really think that's what's going to happen next.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at that.
But that's the thing. If Askren wins, he's obviously not going to fight Woodley, but
he's in the most stacked division to get a fight. Well, aside from 185, 155. I think 155 is probably
could be Conor.
Yeah, that's probably the most stacked division. But
Tony.
Right now, we got so many guys since Woodley's out of the top seat. We got so many guys that are on their, wanting to fight. Looking to get towards a title shot. You could do Masvidal Woodley. You could do Masvidal Edwards. Obviously they got a little bad blood now. That's good promotion.
That's great promotion.
And then
that's crazy. I don't know what they go with next. Masvidal and Askren are both talking like they want to fight, but that wouldn't, after already having a little brawl, a little news, outbursts kind of thing there, that might be a good way to get some sales.
You could also do Masvidal Wonderboy depending on what happens tonight.
True. Wow, imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going Wonderboy no matter.
Till beat Wonderboy, so the math doesn't really work that way.
You just can't bet against Wonderboy.
Guys,
You really can't. It's a mistake.
Yeah.
Because you never know what that guy's going to do. Just the way he does that dude, his movement, you see the backflips he does after he wins?
It's so crazy.
What?
He's a big dude, too.
He just flies in the air. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
This guy is just floating. It's wild.
Yeah, I think, what was it? That was the same night, wasn't it? Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia? Or was it Friday night?
Yeah. Well, they were Saturday.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
Earl Spence.
It was earlier Saturday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Saturday.
I think so. Or no, it was later, because I forgot the London fights were early. Remember, they were happening
a lot different time.
It
was like 3 in the afternoon, I think. 2 in the afternoon, something like that.
It was not close.
Did you get to watch all of it?
I got to see.
I watched some clips from it.
Yeah, I got to see probably the last half of it.
Dude, they can. A lot of people were saying him coming up in weight was going to is what made a big difference, but really it's not, man. Earl Spence just outboxed him completely every single round. It was literally not even close. He could have came down and weighed, and he would have outboxed him. He outclassed him completely.
Yeah. It was a one-sided affair, and I think that they should have thrown the towel. Garcia, by around the 8th or 9th round when they were talking about it.
Yeah,
he wanted to keep going, but
why let him take more headshots?
Yeah, he wanted to keep going. He told him no, but that's the point where you just got to take over and do what's best for the fighter. Because
don't let him get hurt more.
Of course, he wants to try to get the knockout. Exactly, he feels like he can knock him out.
But it's at that point, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, no, it's.
You lost most of your knockout power by the 9th, 10th round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's one thing about he's so used to that other weight class. That going up in weight, putting that extra weight on him, probably might have slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah.
Or he's carrying a lot more, and he's got a lot more factors there when he's trying to fight somebody who's a skill dispense,
Yeah.
But,
well, I mean, they're talking like GOAT talk right now, like he's going to be the next Floyd.
I mean,
and it's like
there's a lot of
he wants Pacquiao next.
There's a lot of good guys in that division right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of good guys.
Weight class, you got they were talking about Pacquiao,
and him and Pacquiao both talked. They both down for it. They talked about a July fight.
Oh yeah, I think they brought Pacquiao in the ring and asked him, if he would be interested in that. Which of course, he's just like, yeah, that would be fun, but
I'll do it.
Yeah, but you also got Keith Thurman. He's a monster. He's like 28-0. You got Danny Garcia.
There's so many fighters.
Sean Porter.
Sean Porter's a good fight.
Any of those guys could.
Yeah, I mean Spence. I mean, he's still got some people he can prove himself against. I mean,
it's not like he's beat everybody and now he's gonna have to fight Bones.
Yeah, he's not 49-0. Yeah, he's not. He hasn't got there yet.
Yeah, he's not.
I could see that for Spence though.
Yeah,
I mean, he's that good. Mm-hmm. I think.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he does against.
He was punishing him.
Yeah,
every round.
I'm interested to see what he does against like a Sean Porter or Keith Thurman. I think those are both fun fights.
Thurman's a great fight.
Yeah, I'd like to see what he can do there. And
I mean, even Malignaggi said he didn't think that anybody could beat Errol Spence.
Yeah,
I mean, that's talking heavy.
Mm-hmm. It'll be fun. It'll be fun to see what happens.
I'm ready to see where Spence goes.
We got some fight news covered here at the Fight Night 147.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Bisping got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yes, I'm super happy about that.
Well deserved.
Super well deserved. Michael Bisping, he has been a class act throughout the UFC to me. He's been one person I've really loved watching.
Mm-hmm.
Since I started watching.
He's a great commentator too.
Oh, that's one thing I really like about him. You hear him on TV, and it's just like he's very easy to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows.
He knows what he's talking about.
He knows the sport
very well.
He knows. He's been there. He's done that, and he's had some really great fights, wars.
Yeah.
I like his commentating. I like listening to him. Like
his GSP fight. I mean, it's super entertaining.
Mm-hmm. He does the ESPN Plus, commentary. And
stuff.
He
does all of them now?
Well, not live commentary, but like after the post shows,
fights,
and everything.
Post show interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's always got his.
That's a perfect spot for him too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he's got a podcast too. I think it's pretty successful.
Really?
Pretty good podcast. Yeah,
I need to give that a listen. Yeah, I like Michael Bisping.
Yeah, congratulations to Michael
Bisping.
Yeah,
for real. Shout out to Michael Bisping.
Yeah, that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, Hall of Fame. I mean,
yeah,
Hall of Fame in any sport that you played.
Mm-hmm. And then
that's what they all strive for.
Yeah, for sure. We had TJ Dillashaw.
Dillashaw
relinquished the title.
So, man, we don't have any more news on this, do we?
I haven't seen anything new on it.
I mean, I don't understand how they
all they've said so far was
what's going on yet.
Mm-hmm. All they've said so far was an atypical finding in the test results from his drug test before.
Was he on cocaine? The man might have been on cocaine trying to lose weight.
I don't even know. What I mean? I'm sure it was some kind of a diuretic or whatever to help him cut.
There's some number of things it could have been. Well, the thing is, Henry Cejudo is immediately saying PEDs.
Yeah.
Like, you knocked out a guy that was on PEDs. You don't even know that for a fact yet. Why are you saying that?
Just kick a guy while he's down. I mean,
come on, bro. You're the 125-pound champ. You're not like the pound for pound best out there, bro. I'm sorry, but go up and beat somebody at 135, and then you can talk a little shit.
Yeah.
I don't.
I wouldn't mind seeing
Henry Cejudo. I'm sorry, but the dude gets on my nerves.
Yeah.
I can't stand him.
Really?
Yeah, I hate hearing him and just doing his interviews. He's just every time he talks, he has to mention how he was the youngest gold medalist.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm tired of hearing the dude. He's cocky for no reason.
I wouldn't mind seeing. I think that division being open now. There's a few guys that could fight for the title there. You have I think Aljamain Sterling. He's up there at the top of that division. Marlon Moraes is hands down the guy. I mean, he deserves it more than anybody else.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think with Cejudo having just beat TJ Dillashaw, and he was talking about going up to 135 to fight.
Go out there.
I think
I want, you know what I mean. I want to see him prove himself.
Yeah, I think.
I just want to see him get beat up.
if it's me making fights, I'm making Cejudo Moraes. I think that's the fight to make, and maybe have Aljamain Sterling and have him as a contender fight. You know, give him somebody as a contender fight and see
what happens.
Because we don't know, like Dominic Cruz. You know, he's always near the top.
You never know what he's going to do.
But you never. He's always hurt, man. You never know.
Yeah, or he's commentating.
Yeah, you never know if he's going to be healthy or be able to fight. You know, there's several guys that are in the running in that division that could fight. You know, but I think give it to somebody I think Cejudo has proved himself by beating TJ the way he did. Whether call it a fluke, call it whatever, he still beat him. He still beat the guy that
100%. I gave him nothing but respect for that for sure.
So I think it'd be cool to see, and Moraes just deserves.
And, if we find out that Dillashaw was on actual steroids, I mean, then even more respect to Cejudo because that is tough. There's no reason he should go out like that if he's really on some steroids.
Yeah, for sure.
The real shit.
I think he's too smart for that. But
I've always thought Dillashaw was way smarter than that. He's never. If he's been on it the whole time, he's done been a real good fake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
I hope not. I like Dillashaw.
Did you see Connor's tweet? I called that snake in the grass years ago.
Snake in the grass years ago, bro. They're what was it? Was it the Contender Series? Or
no, it was Ultimate Fighter. Yeah,
Ultimate Fighter.
Cody and TJ were
going at it.
Yeah, I think. Or were they on?
Then Connor and TJ go at it too, though, don't they?
Connor was a coach, wasn't he? I think Connor was a coach.
Yeah, I believe so.
TJ and Cody were both on the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
I think that's Connor Connor and
talked so much trash to Dillashaw.
Yeah, I think it was Connor and Uriah Faber were the coaches.
Yeah,
that season because they had a little bit of bad blood to get. I guess just talking shit all the time.
Connor talked so much trash to Dillashaw. It's so funny.
It was so funny. Yeah, and people still call him a snake in the grass because of that. Connor, dude, that fool comes up with some stuff and it sticks.
Everybody loves what he says.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy? I love Connor, bro.
Oh man, that's
he's so funny. Like you can't help but laugh at him.
Yeah.
Poor Dillashaw though, man. I hate to see him go through a bunch of bullshit, but that's the price of the fight game. You gotta follow the rules.
You gotta know what you're putting in your body.
To be honest, USADA is annoying.
Oh, for sure, man. I wish they would just get out of here.
I know, man. I'm tired of them. Like, just let the states let the athletic commissions do drug testing before the fight.
Except for Nevada, like they need to chill.
Yeah,
they're doing too much, man. Right, they're doing way too much. Like Pedro Munoz.
I understand a fair fight, but if a fighter can use a little bit. And it's not enough to even show up right before the fight, that it's not that significant of an amount. It might help a little bit while they're training and stuff. I don't see anything wrong with that for these fighters, but I don't know. USADA's just, I don't know, they're always popping up and taking out fighters for years at a time, and it's just like, I don't know. I want to see these guys fight.
Yeah, Pedro Munoz, when he knocked out Cody Garbrandt and then he jumped over the cage and went down to talk to Dominic Cruz because they had done an interview like a week before, a couple days before, whatever, saying he told him exactly what he was going to do, and he went over and jumped over the cage and was saying like, I told you I was going to do that,
Yeah.
And he got suspended. He's going to face a suspension for
doing
outside
that?
the cage.
Oh,
yeah,
come on, Pedro.
no ill intent. No, he didn't go talk shit to another fighter in a fighting sense, Man, I don't know. That right now, I think it's.
I don't understand.
They haven't said how long the suspension will be or whatever. They're gonna probably offer him some kind of a deal, do a commercial for us or whatever, and we'll cut it or something like that. Kind of like the deal with Khabib. But it's ignorant, man. Like, come on, bro.
Stop charging people. Stop suspending them for every little thing. You're making it not enjoyable to watch. Honestly.
Yeah,
I would like y'all to chill out.
It gets ridiculous, man. It's just too much.
Well, Dillashaw said, while words can't even begin to express how disappointed I am at this time, please know that I'm working with my team to understand what has occurred and how to resolve the situation as quickly as possible. Out of fairness and respect to the rest of my division, I've informed the UFC that I'll be voluntarily relinquishing my title while I deal with this matter. I want to thank all of you in advance for the support. So, that seems pretty genuine, but it's so hard to know, what's going on.
I like how, how he came forward. I like how we heard it from him before we heard it from anybody else.
That's true.
I do like that.
I respect him. I respect him for that.
The only thing I'm kind of wondering about is why did it take so long to come out? like that.
Yeah, I mean that fight's been a while.
It's been
a month, over a month.
Over a month, I'm pretty sure.
Like why did I mean y'all had that till those test results? Why are you waiting a month?
Why did I mean I don't know if they
to put those results out. Really,
I don't know if they tried to. Maybe they retested him or retested his stuff to make sure that it was
what they saw.
Yeah, make sure they saw it right. Make sure it wasn't just a fluke test.
I don't know.
Or something
maybe it takes
a
while. I mean, I don't know.
Man, but you see some guys that are failed, like John Jones, failed test the next day. You're like, he failed his test after the fight, or
right before the fight. How do we not get to hear about that?
We don't hear about this for this long.
I don't know, man. That's shady.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but I mean,
that's why I don't like USADA, man.
Maybe we'll find out more. Maybe some more, some more news will come out about it, and
I hope so.
I don't know. We'll see.
What do you think about that Cowboy Aikita fight?
I like that, man.
It's a good fight.
It's a pretty good fight.
I think they're both good on. They're both pretty good on the ground. Which Aikita is a high level wrestler, but I mean I think they could really make an entertaining fight on the ground or standing up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cowboy ever since he changed I guess when he moved camps, because he left Jackson.
Yeah, he's been doing good ever since.
Yeah,
man.
dude. Ever since
he's been doing so good.
He beat Mike Perry.
That was a good fight.
What was he beat? Who did he beat after that? He beat somebody else shortly after that. He took another fight.
Who was it? I can't remember. He was on a tear though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean he was
a big fighter too. I can't believe I can't remember the name.
Yeah, he's been killing it lately. I mean, Cowboy's going to Cowboy regardless.
Yeah.
He's going to do what he does. That's why he has the most fights and most finishes in the UFC.
Yep.
So
he's a dangerous fighter no matter what. Yeah. Like, you got to take him serious because you never know what Cowboy you're going to get.
Yeah.
And it might be the Cowboy you really don't want a problem with.
I really wanted to see that Conor Cowboy fight, but obviously that's not going to happen now. Probably ever.
Yeah, Conor's too busy filming commercials and fucking living life, man.
Yeah, Conor's making money hand over fist.
What are we going to do with Conor? I mean, he says he's fighting in July. What's going to... I mean, I want to see Conor fight. I love watching Conor fight, man. It's like one of my favorite fighters.
Yeah.
He's just so entertaining to watch. Like, the way he moves it. Like, he was entertaining to me before he became... so popular in the media and everything.
Yeah, he's kind of the total package when it comes to like being able to sell the fight, being able to perform and put on a good fight, a fun fight.
Yeah, make it look professional.
Yeah, and skill. He's got
good.
Really
his movement.
Yeah,
he's always a different one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I wish we could see more, or we could see him, fight more often than we do. But
I do too. I hope he, even if it's a small fight, I just want to see him fight again.
Yeah, I want to see him get one more. But if he loses again, I think, bro, just take your money and go. Like,
hang it up.
Just, I mean, you're healthy. You haven't taken any. You got your own
whiskey brand that's killing.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't taken any crazy damage as far as we know. I mean, we don't know what he does in training or.
Yeah, but he seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Conor seems like he's
in the ring. He has, or in the cage. I think in the ring. What is this?
WWE.
Yeah. In the cage, he hasn't taken any crazy damage that we've seen. So I think while you're healthy, I think his wife's pregnant again. They're about to have a second baby. Bro, just go enjoy. Your kids are set for life.
You got hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, and your whiskey's steadily making money. You're steadily making money off the UFC and everybody, man.
Now's your chance to,
invest.
Start a promotion. Oh, yeah. He has a promotion.
He does. Conor McGregor.
Yeah, Conor McGregor
he promoted himself.
Do more with that.
Didn't he do it for Floyd? Or I know he did it for the Khabib fight.
Well, it was like for the Floyd, it was more of a partnership with the UFC.
The Khabib fight, he promoted Proper 12 whiskey and a partnership with the UFC and everything, man. I mean, come on.
Supposedly, they to get Conor to fight or whatever, UFC gave him stock in the company now.
Really?
So I was reading something the other day where he's saying that he's waiting for that to, before he fights again, he's waiting on that to kind of get worked out and make sure that they're going to hold their word or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't really blame him for not fighting, and he's just looking for big money fights at this point, I think.
That's understandable.
But he does every time.
You don't want to take any extra damage, but at the same time, he says he does want to fight just because he enjoys it, but it's like, party is like, I don't want to get hit that much.
Yeah. Every time there's a big win, somebody lately, he shouts him out on social media or offers to fight him or something, and then none of them ever go through. Like he's offered to fight
everybody. It's been Diaz. It's been everybody. Yeah. Like Diaz, like 185 on Twitter, and Connor's like, you know me, mate. I don't give a fuck. I'll do it at any weight. Yeah. That's why I love him, bro. Like his attitude's so funny.
Yeah,
he don't give a shit.
Yeah, he goes back and forth with everybody. Like everybody who has a big win, he's like, I'll fight you, mate. And then, like it just never happens.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it's just like, I'll fight this guy, and like 3 guys on the same night. He shouted him out like, "I'll fight you."
Yeah,
it's like, bro, you can't fight everybody. You're not fighting anybody right now. Quit saying you're going to fight everybody.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Most of those would have been good fights too. I think he.
Imagine him going up to 185 to fight Nate Diaz, though.
Dude,
what?
He would be so big.
Diaz will be so big, first of all, and he already can't be knocked out. Barely, he's so hard to knock out. Yeah. Has he ever been even knocked out?
I don't know.
I don't know if he's ever been totally.
I'm sure
knocked
he
out.
has been.
Maybe.
I think it would be kind of a bigger thing if he wasn't. You know,
he's just one of those dudes you just bomb on him and he's fine. Mm-hmm. Not fine because he has a bloodied up face, but he just doesn't get knocked out. Dude's
Connor kind of handled him in that second fight, but
yeah, that was a good fight.
It was a really good fight.
Yeah, I thought it was close at first, but when you really go back and watch that fight, Connor put his hands on him way more.
Yeah, for sure.
Diaz was taking some hits.
Yeah, with that division with 155, I mean, there's a lot of that division is stacked right now, and Kevin Lee actually going up to 170.
We got Kevin. What is that? May 18th. We got Kevin Lee and RDA fighting.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting that he made the decision to go up to 170.
A lot of people have been hating on Kevin Lee lately, man.
I think it's tough for him to get down to 155. I think it's a tough cut for him.
I think it is too. He looks like a bigger guy.
Yeah, he's a pretty good dude.
I bet he walks around at 175, 180.
Yeah, something like that. And it's a tough cut for him to get down there, and you know, his last couple fights. He came out when he first was kind of killing it at first. You know, he was kind of destroying everybody, and then
Kevin Lee was on a couple
of I think it was after the Tony Ferguson fight. You know, when he's fighting those really top level guys at 155, he
didn't get through Tony, did he?
No, he was winning the first round, and it looked like he was going to win the fight. Man, he had Tony.
I don't remember if I was able to watch that fight or not.
That's the one where he had staph. He had a big staph bulge on his chest.
Yeah, and I saw the picture of it. Disgusting.
When
I could not have fought with him.
When he walked out, Rogan was like, "Oh, that's staph," and they're like,
100%.
We don't know that. He's like, "No, that's staph. I've seen staph before.
He's gonna die. You better take him to the hospital.
That's staph." And it was big. Like he was huge.
Disgusting, man. Staph's so nasty.
Yeah, but he was doing pretty good in that fight. He actually got Tony down, and he was on top of him. But you know, Tony's just such.
Tony's a savage.
Yeah, I think Tony ended up submitting him.
Tony's one of those guys you never know when you got to beat.
Yeah,
there's no way to know that. There's no way.
You may feel like you got the upper hand, then he somehow spins that into some kind of crazy move you've never seen, and then there he is.
God, man, I want to see Tony fight.
Yeah.
What about Tony, man?
They say he's getting help.
He's going to a psychiatrist, isn't he?
He's going to a psychologist.
Yeah,
that's what they're saying. He went to a psychologist and it went well. So I don't know what that means. I mean, they're not really.
I think he posted something about it on Instagram or something. I believe.
Okay, I've seen his.
He posted about going to a psychiatrist or psychologist, whatever.
Yeah, I've seen some of his posts where he's like, you know, saying that thanks for people reaching out and it means a lot and all this.
I mean, at least he's somewhat there.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I'm glad he realizes that he needs help. Yeah. I'm glad he's not just trying to say, "No, I'm fine. Let me fight." You know. Yeah. But they want him back, and we want him back. Yeah, we all want him back.
Does he need to be back
for his health? I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to see him back because
I don't want the guy to go crazy just because he's a good fighter.
I'm not a fan of the sport in the sense that I just want to see people going there.
He's been in some wars.
Yeah, I don't want to just see melee.
He's taken a lot of bombs. I mean,
yeah, there's a lot of these people that I don't want to see them go down that path where they're gonna end up killing somebody else or themselves.
Yeah,
because
their brain is so damaged.
CTE,
it's not worth it. It's not worth it at all.
The sport's so young that we don't know enough about what's going on.
We know how bad boxing is.
Yeah.
What makes you think the UFC can't be just as bad, man?
Or worse with the head kicks.
The head kicks and the
elbows
to the forehead,
body slamming people on their heads.
It's so dangerous, man. And these guys. I mean, it makes sense that they're taking more damage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's scary either way.
I wish there was more out there to know about him, what's going on, and how he's doing and stuff like that. But they're just kind of keeping it under wraps right now. And I understand why. But
I mean, I understand. I respect his privacy completely.
Yeah.
I just hope everything works out for him.
Yeah, I mean, for the sake of his family, too. I mean, he's got kids, man. He's married.
And it's crazy how understanding his wife is. I mean, respect to her, too, for being so understanding of what he's going through. Because, it's not always their fault.
Yeah, I think she's looking at it from a perspective of she knows kind of...
She knows
what fighters go
she knows
through.
Tony's. She probably knows him very well. She knows he's not himself.
Yeah.
She knows he would never do the stuff that he's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not, and when your brain starts having problems like that, it's not you. You know, you start doing stuff and you don't know what you're doing. I mean, it's hard to talk on if you've never experienced it. But
there was
stuff can be scary. I bet.
One instance where he thought that the government installed a tracker in his leg or something.
Yeah, man, you just start thinking crazy.
So many
like stuff that you start thinking about stuff that you would just dream up in a nightmare or something, and you start actually thinking seriously about it.
He accused his wife of being a witch. He's like, she woke up and he was standing over her in the bed, accusing her of being a witch, and just some crazy stuff, man. So I hope he gets the help he needs, and whether we see him back or not, like, I know he wants to come back. I know he's a fighter. Like, he's not.
Tony's one of those guys who's gonna fight.
He wants to be in there. He wants to be in there now. If they offered him a fight right now, I guarantee he would take it.
Probably, and not care.
Yeah. Because
I hate to see him go out like you know what I mean. Like,
I don't want to see it. Like, I don't want to see that happen. But
I don't want to see anything like that happen. But if he can stay healthy and he can get back in there, of course I'd love to see him fight, and that's up to him. But we'll see what happens with that. I hope everything's okay with him though.
I was reading something earlier where Dana said that he doesn't need to focus on fighting right now. He needs to focus on getting through his issues he's having and stuff like that. So I'm glad that they're not trying to rush him back to another fight, like, because he's a star in the UFC, and they're going to make money off of him. So I'm glad that they're realizing that he has a serious issue going on, and that he needs to focus on that before he comes back fighting, instead of just trying to get him in there and make them.
So I mean, what are you thinking? The winner of that Max Holloway fight? Do you think they're going to go for Khabib?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what they're going for, huh?
Yeah, they're calling it an interim fight. I think they're going to.
It would probably be about perfect timing. Khabib gets out of his suspension, ready to go.
He's supposed to be. I think he's supposed to get out around July, but he's saying that he's not going to fight again until his buddies come back from their suspension. So that won't be until I think November. So we're looking
November. Khabib fights
more than likely November. If they offer him enough money, maybe.
Yeah, maybe earlier.
Maybe earlier. Since I think he'll be eligible in July. Pretty sure I did the math on it. That's what it came out to, July for the suspension and all that. But I don't know. I really don't.
Yeah, Max Holloway Khabib. It's an amazing fight.
Yeah, that's a good fight.
I mean, I could see Max dominating Khabib. Yeah. I really can. Like, I can see it. That's how good Max is right now.
Yeah, Max is
pretty
well-rounded.
Max has got to get through Poirier, though. He really does. Poirier's a bad dude. Yeah, he's nobody to underestimate. Mm-hmm. I'm super ready for that fight. When is that fight?
It is... Give me a date. April 13th.
Not bad.
In Atlanta, Georgia.
April 13th is... Okay, yeah.
So
it's the weekend before... It's a week before Easter. That's what it is,
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
I'm ready for that fight.
I think
if anything, my prediction is Max is going to definitely win. I mean, he looks unstoppable right now too. To be honest, Max is a totally different fighter than he was, a few years ago.
Put the extra weight on, I think it'll do him good.
Yeah,
he's not one of those guys where I think carrying around that extra weight. He's not one of those guys that I think carrying around the extra weight's going to hurt him or slow him down. I think he
can afford 155. I bet he walks around 160, 170.
Yeah, I think probably around 170.
Yeah.
And, he's a fighter's fighter, man.
Yeah.
He's like,
Max is a savage. He's a Tony. I mean, that's why I wanted to see the Max Tony fight, man.
Yeah, that would have been such a fun fight.
I mean, can you imagine Max versus Tony?
Yeah. They're really, like, similar style, too. Like, the way they
very similar.
Kind of brawl. They just kind of walk.
They're both savages,
Yeah. They're fun to watch, for sure.
So we get to see Luke Rockhold fight pretty soon, don't we?
Yeah, he just had knee surgery. And then I
don't
know if they've scheduled his fight or not.
I was reading this thing earlier, and it says former middleweight champion Luke Rockhold will move up to light heavyweight to fight Jan Blachowicz. Is that how you say his name? At UFC 239 on July 6th in Las Vegas.
Yeah, so that's International Fight Weekend. Yeah, that's when that card is going to be stacked.
Yep,
that's the one every year where they just try to get all the biggest fights.
He hasn't fought since Yoel.
Oh, really?
Rockhold and Yoel in February of 18.
Wow.
Over a year ago.
That's a while.
That's what I'm saying, man. I haven't seen Rockhold fight in a minute.
Year and a half by the time he fights.
Yeah.
Almost.
But he lost. 3rd round KO.
Mm-hmm.
God, you will. Savage.
Tough dude.
We got him coming up, don't we?
Yeah, he's fighting. Oh man. Oh, Souza. Jacare Souza.
Jacare. How can I not think of his name?
I was like completely drawing a blank on that.
We need to define that.
Yeah.
Oh, you will. Jacare, man. Well, he's won his last couple of fights, hasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what, he's won a couple in a row.
He beat didn't he fight Chris Weidman?
Yeah.
Won that his last W?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and he kind of...
Yeah, they fought before back in 2015 at UFC 194. Yoel got a 3rd round decision over Jacare. But
really?
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Jacare's
Jacare's a monster.
Yeah.
He's one of those that'll keep coming at you.
Yeah, for sure.
I could see that being
he's a high level jiu-jitsu.
I could see that going the distance.
Yeah, oh for sure. Yeah, the first one it'd probably be a similar fight, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be fun though. It'll be fun to watch. Yoel's always fun to watch. Yeah, dude. So we didn't really cover UFC Fight Night 147 yet.
Not completely.
We kind of talked about Masvidal a little bit.
Yeah.
He got in that little scuffle with Leon Edwards in the back afterwards, and apparently his brother, or Leon's brother, kind of threatened Masvidal. Yeah, I guess.
Is he even a fighter? He's not a fighter at all.
No, he's not a fighter. I don't think he did an interview saying his name's Fabian Edwards.
Fabian.
He said,
Fabio.
Like you see in the video, my brother was walking by, and he said to him, July 7th maybe, and that was it. There was nothing really and truly. There was no shit talking.
He's not even a fighter, though.
There was no instinct.
What's he gonna do?
Leon was making a fight
Jump
happen.
him or something? I don't know.
The thing that pissed me off about it was the way he walked over. He walked over calm, hands behind his back, and then he just starts throwing punches, knowing well that security was going to jump on in. I tried to smash his head in myself, but we had about 100 security guards in between us, so I couldn't get my hands on him. If I see that man again, he's fucked. I probably won't see him in the cage because he's a different weight class to me, but if I see him outside, I'm smashing him. It's personal now, so I guess he is a fighter.
Maybe he is a fighter.
Just a fighter. It probably won't be in the cage.
It's personal now?
Yeah, if you watch the video,
it's not that serious.
You can hear quite a bit of the audio, and it was more than just... He was talking
trash, bro. He really,
it was more than just July 7th, maybe. No, Leon Edwards says July 7th, and Jorge's like, I don't know, maybe, and he's like, well, maybe I'll just beat you now because you're not worth fighting in the cage. You're a scrub, and that's when Jorge walks over there. He says, "Say it to my face."
Yeah.
And he goes over there with his hands behind his back, and that's when it starts. That's when it escalates.
I'm on Masvidal's side in this.
Yeah, me too. I don't.
Give
his
it a
brother
break.
is trying to play it down a lot.
Like Leon got picked on or something. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Exaggerating about 100 security guards.
It's not that serious.
It was like 10 dudes, maybe. If you watch the video, it's dark. It's hard to see, but there's not like it wasn't 100 security guards there. It's kind of ridiculous.
That's too much, man. I don't know how I feel about that. Really,
I kind of want to see him fight
really.
now, though. If the Ashkin fight doesn't happen, I kind of would like to see Leon and Masvidal.
Yeah,
those fights when there's like bad blood before are always pretty good.
Yeah, it's always like you got something that happened. Yeah, that gives you a reason to like these guys want to take each other's heads off.
And Masvidal,
I kind of hope that happens. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about either.
Masvidal's one of those guys. He kind of holds a grudge too.
Yep,
like he doesn't just let it.
Yeah, he wants to fight you. Yeah, I guarantee you. I guarantee you, he's still mad about that.
After that, the fights that night, Bisping was saying that he and Masvidal had bad blood in the past. And it was over like a misunderstanding, and he's like, I think we're cleared up on it now. I have mad respect for the guy or whatever. And I saw where Masvidal did like an interview, and he's like, he said whatever their issue was, and he's like, if he's willing to apologize, then I'll accept his apology. So it's like he still didn't forgive Bisping for saying that. Bisping was like, it was a misunderstanding to begin with. And Masvidal was just like, yeah, if he's willing to apologize, then I'll accept his apology. It's like, damn, are you still holding the grudge?
He's got to apologize and that's it?
Yeah, they never...
How about you just forget about it? It's been forever, probably.
Yeah, that's years ago.
Well, you got to respect the guy, I guess. Mm-hmm. But, that Curtis Blades fight, though, I was looking online and they said it's a combined 528 pounds between the co-headliners. Damn. Oh, man.
That's crazy.
I mean, Justin Willis is huge. I mean, he's got to be packing a mean punch.
How big is Blaze then?
262.
Is he really?
Yeah, and 266. 266 for Justin Willis. He's as heavy as you can get in there.
I know he was thick. I saw the pictures and I was like...
He looks like a bad man, though.
Yeah.
Justin Willis is not to be played with either. I think that'll be a good fight, honestly.
Fun to see.
Maybe watch that one.
A couple hours.
Who else we got on that card?
That's the one Wonderboy Pettis. And then there, Macy Barber chick. She's got a fight. I don't remember who she's fighting though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The fight night card with the Masvidal though. Who else do we have on that card? That we wanted to cover. That was
the Leon Edwards, Gunnar Nelson. It was a pretty good fight. I mean,
I didn't get to watch those two first fights.
It was pretty back and forth. From them. Leon Edwards actually did pretty. I rewatched it. He did good, man.
It was a solid fight.
Yeah, he controlled the fight a lot. There was a bunch of attempted takedowns. Yeah, but both of them had really good defense. And at one point, I think Nelson got a takedown. Couldn't really do much with it. Leon Edwards did a really good job of exploding back to his feet up against the cage. It was pretty impressive. Yeah. He's able to.
Yeah, I want to go back and watch those fights.
On the takedown, Nelson took him down and he went straight to feet on the hips, ready to get back up. By the time they were down, Leon already had his feet on the hips, and he wasn't down more than a few seconds, and he exploded, pushed him off, and was back to his feet.
Yeah, Leon's quick.
Yeah, and Gunnar's a high-level wrestler, too, so it was impressive.
Nelson's been in some battles.
Yeah, it was impressive. And, it was kind of back and forth like that for a while. I think Leon Edwards got a takedown later on, maybe the second round, and he was trying to get on Gunnar's back, trying to take his back and get a rear naked choke. He had one hook in, but he couldn't get his other... He got up against the fence, he couldn't get his other leg around. Yeah. And Gunnar just kind of fought it off until they stood him up. Or I think he might have just got up on his own. And then the end of the second round, very end of the round, Leon, it was kind of they got in the clinch for just a second, and then on the break, Leon caught him with an elbow right underneath his right eye. And dropped him and almost.
Those elbows to the face, man, they're so damaging.
It was so close.
I was watching a fight last night, and it was just an amateur fight in the UFC, and the guy elbowed the guy in the forehead, and they did a slow-mo of it, and as soon as the elbow hit the forehead, it was just split blood. Yeah. I was just ugh, maybe cringe.
Yeah, it was almost, Edwards almost finished the fight in the second round. It was close. He
ended up going to a split decision, though.
Yeah, he dropped him and got on top, and he was landing some stuff, but, Gunnar's tough. He was kind of starting to get his whereabouts. When he dropped to the ground, you could tell he was out of it. He started trying to crawl away, but he wasn't fast enough, and Leon jumped on him and started landing punches. And then, as Leon was kind of slowing down, the bell rang for end of the round. So it wasn't really saved by the bell. He was already kind of recovering. Yeah, but it was kind of wasn't. It was almost bad. Over. Yeah. But I think the judges scored it 29-28. 29-27, 29-28, and it was
super close
decision. Yeah. They gave one judge gave it to Gunnar, but the other two judges gave it to Leon.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
He had Ozdemir, Dominic Reyes, which
I've only seen clips from this one as well, but pretty much everything I've seen says that Ozdemir should have won the fight, but he didn't.
Yeah, it was. He controlled the cage. He was applying pressure the whole time. And, I thought Reyes
these
was
judges,
yeah.
What are you going to get with them? You never know.
It was a decision for Reyes, but if you go back and really sit down and watch the fight, and Ozdemir kind of had Reyes on his back foot the whole fight, pretty much. There was a lot of kicks, a ton of kicks. They both were throwing kicks like crazy. Most of them were blocked. Most of them didn't really do anything, but there's a lot of kicks and a lot of takedown attempts. But other than that, there wasn't a whole lot going on through most of the fight. There was some action here and there, but you got the typical fans that boo, they're booing them and stuff like that's happening. It's just kind of ridiculous.
It's always something crazy.
Yeah, but it was kind of back and forth. But Ozdemir was kind of pressuring.
Well, I like both of them.
Yeah,
they're both great fighters.
For sure. I wouldn't say that Ozdemir really got
that's
robbed.
The thing. You never, especially if it was a close fight.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was close enough that I think that it could have gone either way.
It wasn't just a terrible judging. Yeah. It was just could have went either way, kind of. But still, you never know what you're going to get with these judges, man. It's That's the only thing, really one of my biggest complaints about UFC, the judges.
Mm-hmm.
They need more, they need better ones, period.
Yeah, they should be more versed in,
Because, there's been some losses that are just, it's been super unfair to some of these guys. You're costing them money,
Yeah.
Every time somebody loses when they should have won, like, imagine going through what that fighter went through to get there, and you're going to strip them of something that was obviously a fight that they were going to win.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, they should be more versed in what it takes in those fights, like what those fighters are doing, the movements, the pressures, controlling the fight from a pressure standpoint instead of landing everything you throw, kind of, Most of the time the guy that's controlling the fight pressure-wise is winning the fight because the other guy's not throwing anything crazy because the other guy's got him scared for some reason, whether it's his power or whatever, So the guy who's on his back foot isn't usually the one winning, from that standpoint. But there's been a lot of those fights where those guys have won, from something flashy.
Yeah.
Like the Zabit. I still think he lost that fight to Jeremy Stephens.
It was super close, but it's like Zabit is so flashy. Mm-hmm. He's one of those fighters everybody wants to watch. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm of the opinion they should have, ex-fighters as judges.
Yeah.
I think you can find enough ex-fighters that are well versed in the whole fight game that are unbiased.
Marco Krokop, he would probably be a good guy.
Yeah, you can find enough that are unbiased to give their,
honest opinion.
True judging,
Yeah, and they know what they're talking about always.
So now these judges are a bunch of people we don't know, and there's no accountability. Like,
half of them have never even fought. Like, how can you judge a fight if you're not even experienced in fighting?
Yeah, they can make any kind of crazy call they want, or get somebody, a really terrible call. And there's no backlash because nobody knows who they are anyway.
Exactly. They need to do something with that, bro.
Yeah, give us some ex-fighters that know what they're talking about, know what they're doing, and let them judge, so we can get some of these calls straight. Like, there's been a lot of bad calls over the last couple of years, but I think that's just about it, dude. We got UFC 148 tonight, so
next week we'll give our opinion on the fights tonight, how those end up going, and give us some more predictions. We still got some other upcoming fights we can talk about.
Yeah, break down the next.
Did you hear what Pettis said about Askren? Yeah, I'll play it.
Save myself the embarrassment. That dude's a fucking monster. I feel like while I'm training with men and while I'm training with Ty, when I'm 55, obviously they're stronger, they're bigger than me. But when I'm out of camp and I'm my natural weight, I feel amazing.
How good is that?
He's a monster. Like, Ben's one of them guys. Like, when I was at 55, he was the one getting me ready for, Ben Henderson, all the guys that run I went on. Ben was one of my main training partners. The type of guy that can't never count him out. And I spin back kicked him one time, right in the chin, and I could tell he was hurt. He double legs me, gets on top, and starts grinding me out. So this is one of the tough, deep down guys. He's really good.
Wild, bro.
What was that on?
MMA Junkie.
Oh, dang. Yeah,
crazy, man.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's why I'm ready to see Ben again, man. Mm-hmm. His wrestling is legit, and he's one of the best.
Yeah, he's got the.
I'm excited to see him fight again. I need to hurry up with that, but
he's got the ideal fight body too.
Yeah, he really does.
Dad bod.
The ideal body. That's funny, man. I guess we pretty much just about covered.
All right, man.
Everything we could cover for this week. If y'all want to follow us with Instagram's Untrained Experts, you can follow me on Instagram. It's J Owens, 2 S's on Owens.
Yep.
And till next week, guys. We'll holler at y'all. This is Untrained Experts. We'll see you.
Peace.